would be lying if I said I'm not struggling to stay awake right now. I think it's midday by now. I was up at like 10:30, I think it was. Guy came to fix the washing machine. Yay! Really quick actually. I can't hear it anymore. I hope it's still going. Please. But yeah, came, fixed it. I can't hear it, so maybe it's finished the cycle. I don't know. But yeah. But I'm struggling to keep my eyes open. I've edited yesterday's video, scheduled that up, so that's ready to go up at 6. And then the video from my other channel is supposed to go up 6 tonight as well. I'm editing now. I'm close to finishing the edit. Well, not close to finishing, but I've cut all the clips down, sped it up, and then I go in to do another edit just to make sure everything's a bit smooth. Add music, add a voiceover. So I've still got some elements to do before I upload it, but if I keep yawning like this, I'm not going to be able to do a voiceover where I'm just yawning. Yeah, I'm struggling to keep my eyes open. I really am, and I don't know why I feel so tired today. I don't know if therapy was just really draining or what. Because we spoke about something that I'm like, oh god, I don't want to deal with that. Don't even want to add that to my list of problems. Not problems, but I just feels like the conversation we had yesterday was a bit like, it didn't feel draining necessarily, but it was a bit like, she mentioned something that I was like, I thought about it, but I was kind of hoping that I don't fall into that category. I don't want to. I'm not like a huge conspiracy theorist, but there are things I think, and I'm a bit like, when we live in like a capitalist world, when you think of certain things, it does make sense to me anyway. In the sense of like, of course, all the people who are not doing things a certain way that contributes to this crazy turning wheel are going to be deemed as othered in some way, shape or form. Maybe you catch my drift, maybe you don't, but yeah. Just like, I don't really want to deal with that. Obviously it would explain things, but I don't want to be diagnosed with something. I really don't. I'm just struggling to keep my eyes open, but like I said, I'm going to edit. Continues in this video. Not this video. The video from my other channel. I feel like I've said that before. And, yeah. Maybe I should have like a cup of tea, like a chai tea, because that's decaf. I mean, I've got caffeine, so maybe that'll perk me up a bit, like, because I drink decaf tea normally, but I did have a chai tea yesterday, which I'm surprised didn't really affect me that much. No, that's a lie. Oh my gosh, that's such a lie, because I was on my phone at like 9, scrolling through TikTok, and then my brother came in my room and was chatting to me, and we saw my phone and it said 2 o'clock, and me and my brother was like, that's not the real time. And I was like, no, it can't be, because the last time I saw the time it was 9, and he was like, the last time I saw the time it was midnight. So I was like, what the hell? How the hell was it 2 o'clock in the morning already? And then he was downstairs busting up about something, I can't remember, or like TikTok or something, I can't remember. And I was like, 2 o'clock? It was 9 o'clock 5 minutes ago. I was like, that TikTok is dangerous in the sense of like, time will fly by and you just don't know. Because how the hell did I see the last time was like 9:06? And I chat to my brother and it's 2 o'clock in the morning. What the hell was that? So yeah, that was funny. But also like, what's going on? But yeah, so I did go to bed late, but still, like I just feel so tired. And I just feel like I shouldn't, because all I did yesterday was go to therapy. And I was in my bed. I think maybe I should have a lot to think about. My body just wants to shut down to not think about it. I will share some things that we spoke about in therapy, because it was quite insightful. In the sense of, whenever I have nightmares, it's always me trying to save someone. And my therapist was like, okay, it sounds a bit like in your dreams you're like this superhero. And I was like, I don't really see it like that, because it's weird. But yeah, I was like, yeah, kind of. She was like, you're the kind of superhero aspect of things is the saving the people. But she was like, what happens, a lot of these people have a normal life, whatever. They're just like average people, and they just happen to have like a superpower or whatever, and they are a superhero. So basically, we were like making a joke of like, yeah, I think I need to figure out what my origin story is, because if I only see myself in that superhero sense of like trying to save the world, trying to do this, trying to do that, I'm never going to be able to accept failure, because superheroes aren't meant to fail, essentially. They're not meant to make those mistakes of like, oh, I didn't get to save that life, that kind of thing. There's no room for failure. There's no room for error when you're seen as a superhero. And so for me, I have to understand what that origin story is in order to understand why I put that cape on. You know, why did Batman turn to Batman? It was quite interesting to think of the sense of like, if you're constantly trying to save people in your life or look after people in your life, what is it that is you outside of that costume? But yeah, I just thought that was interesting, because I never really thought of it like that, because every time I have those dreams or nightmares or just negative dreams, I always wake up before anything bad happens. And she was like, you're waking up grieving a loss. And I'm like, Jesus Christ, yeah. That sounds really like dark, because a lot of the time it is like a life and death situation of like, oh my gosh, someone's fallen off a building, and I'm like grabbing onto them to try and like catch them, and I've like let it slip, but I wake up before I see anything else. And she was like, essentially you've woke up grieving a loss of something that hasn't actually happened, but your body and your brain are still going to have those feelings. Because I was talking about how I feel when I normally wake up from those things. I was like, I just feel drained, I feel uncomfortable, I feel heavy, I feel frustrated, because I know how it reflects into my real life. Like, I don't see myself as a superhero, but I know a lot of the way I see myself is that kind of saving people, looking after people. So then when you want to take a break from that, you got to take costume off, essentially. But then who am I outside of that costume is essentially what we were talking about. Like, how do I know who I am outside of that costume? And it's important to know that person. And I was like, also, we was like joking about it, and then also the fact of like, superheroes have powers, like actual powers. I don't. Like, yeah, we all have our like strengths, the things that we're good at, things like that, but that isn't a superhuman power. It's not a mystical, supernatural, like genetically modified superpower. So to hold ourselves to the standard of I can't fail when we're just human beings, and I say just, but like, I mean, obviously we're amazing creatures, but like, we're just human, and you're expecting to do superhuman like things in a human's body. Like, and I've got zero training. It's not like I've got combat training and I'm able to just fight my way through it. No, I'm literally just your standard human, putting on a cape, imitating a superhero, and then getting bruised up for it. Because I have no business being there. And it's just interesting when you think about, when you sometimes use like a, not like a metaphor, but like if you use like an example that's relatable to your situation, you start to understand a bit better and put it into perspective of like, I'm not a superhero. I'm just not. So I can't expect to do A, B, C, and D. So I have to figure out what that origin story is so that I could figure out what I'm doing with myself. But yeah, that was interesting. And me thinking about my needs and stuff, because I was talking to her about something that happened. And I was like, it was a spiral effect of several different things going on. And then she was like, yeah, but you kind of, in hindsight, are able to realize why these things kind of happened. It's like, if you would have taken that step back, or if you would have taken care of your needs first, you might have had a bit of perspective and things would have been a bit different. And I was like, yeah. And so, and I feel like sometimes I am quite compassionate about the way I speak to myself, but then there's certain times when my therapist was like, that doesn't sound very kind or like sort of compassionate. It sounds like shaming. Because I said, if I don't look after my needs, I'm normally like to myself, oh, Sabrina, you don't look after your needs. And she was like, that doesn't sound very comforting. That sounds like you're shaming yourself. And I was like, yeah, it's true. So instead of that, I'm supposed to say, like, what? Sabrina, what do you need? What are your needs? Are your needs being met right now? And she was like, maybe make a list of, because sometimes I don't feel like I know in the moment of what I need. She was like, make a list and like tick it off basically. Like, do you need sleep? Do you need water? Do you need a shower? Do you need this? Do you need that? Do you need whatever? I don't know. like some of your basic needs. But she also spoke about love languages. She was like, do you need some quality time? Do you need some physical touch? Do you need some acts of service? And I think that's important, because I don't think about that. And I think this is why I'm scared of being in a relationship, because I can't communicate my needs, because I don't always fully understand my needs. And I feel like that's prime kind of grounds for like being taken advantage of, for being treated like crap. So I just want to make sure I have a good foundation within myself before I'm stepping towards anyone else, expecting them to do that work for me. Like, I can't expect someone to fulfill my needs and be happy in a relationship knowing full well that I don't even know what my needs are. I can't fulfill my needs and I'm not happy in myself. So someone else can't do that work for me. So yeah, it was interesting. It was a good conversation. Got weeks until I see her again. See her on the 17th. So I'm like, no. I'm gonna have a look for the TikTok that I was talking about with her and see if I can find it. And then that way I can send it to her for our next session. I feel so sleepy. It's mad. That's like 8 hours. No, 8 hours. 8 hours of sleep I've had. But why do I feel like I've not really slept? Or why do I feel like I need so many more hours? It's wild. And if I ask myself right now, right here, what do you need, SAABIRAH? What is it that you need? And honestly, I'm like, I need a minute. I need a minute. Or an hour. But yeah, today is just going to edit this video. And then I'm going to... There's supposed to be like an electronical shop near us, my sister was saying. And I was like, oh, okay, I didn't actually notice. So I'm going to go in there and see if they have a quote for how much it would be to fix like 2 of the controllers. Because if it's cheaper than Kex, and if I can get it back quicker than Kex, great. Rubbish. Because I'm like, I'm going to buy my own controller, and everyone keeps saying, don't, everyone has a spare one, everyone has a spare one. Where are these spare controllers everyone keeps talking about? But anyway, so I'm just going to fix both of my sisters, and then I'm going to keep one of them, and then she can have her controller back. Because I broke off one of hers, and then her other one was broke anyway. So yeah, I'm going to get them fixed. Because that's cheaper than me buying a new one. How is a controller 50 quid? Like, what requires it to be £50? That's what I want to know. Who's got that to be better? Well, anyway. I was willing to pay for it. So I don't know why I'm acting like, oh my gosh. I'll get myself ready a bit later and then do that. Check for you guys later when I'm heading out to check about the controllers. I'm really intrigued leaving everything till the last minute because my videos go up at 6. I haven't done a voiceover yet and I'm going to Kex now and it's like 20 to 4. So yeah, I'm kind of fine. Hopefully I can get to Kex, sort that out, get back in time to do a voiceover and then upload the video. But yeah, let's go. I got home a few minutes ago to be honest, but yeah, controllers have been sent in. So they'll be fixed in within like 2 weeks. Well, they got around for a test and then they'll be fixed and everything. So if they can be fixed, which I don't see why they wouldn't be able to be fixed. The guy was even like, yeah, it should be fine. Nothing else planned other than doing the voiceover for this video, for the video that I've got to finish and schedule that for 6. So I'm going to do that in a minute. But other than that, that's pretty much it for today. I think that's all I'm doing. My brother's making a soup, so I'm waiting for that to be cooked. Let me continue editing the other video and then I'll come back to you guys. Bear with me. Oh, thanks. Is it really, really hot? I got it. Cheers.